Welcome back to the studio. I'm Michael. So the last 7 days have been a lot more bullish for the crypto market. Bitcoin is up 17%, Ethereum is up 31%, and many altcoins have recovered substantially from that massive crash we had just a week ago. We're seeing two things in terms of data for Bitcoin that are indicating very bullish things to come over the coming weeks. And there's also a few things going on with Goldman Sachs and some big institutions that I think may make you excited about where crypto is going. So let's start off with the overall market in Bitcoin, the two things. First, when we're looking at Bitcoin right now, we're seeing one thing in terms of the number of Bitcoin wallet addresses holding at least one Bitcoin. That has reached an all-time record high of 869,868 wallets. So right now, we have seen an all-time record high of the wallet addresses holding one Bitcoin, at least one Bitcoin. And what does this mean? Well, you may think, well, Bitcoin is down significantly, so it makes sense. But what this really means is that people who didn't own a full Bitcoin before, people who might have not owned crypto at all before, are buying. They're actually buying Bitcoin and deciding to accumulate at least one. So yes, prices are down and it's easier to accumulate one Bitcoin, but we're seeing that there are new wallets, new people getting into the crypto space and accumulating that one Bitcoin. So it could have been someone who owned less than a Bitcoin. Now they're taking that opportunity to buy more, or it's new people getting into the market entirely. Either way, we're seeing that a lot of smaller retail investors are actually buying Bitcoin right now. Second thing going on with Bitcoin, which is actually pretty exciting, is that we're seeing that Google searches for Bitcoin dead has reached a new all-time high. And while you may think, how is this good? Isn't this bad news? It's actually indicating that we're at the bottom of the market, because every single time that we have seen Bitcoin dead see a spike for Google searches, every single time this has happened in the past, it has indicated that we are at peak fear, we are at the bottom of the market. So what we're seeing is that in July of 2021, this was a huge spike for people searching Bitcoin dead. That is when Bitcoin had dropped from $69,000 per coin down to $29,000. So exactly when that happened, we saw a spike in search for Bitcoin dead, and quickly following this, we saw Bitcoin start to rally. In addition to this, we saw back in 2018, much of the same. End of January 2018, we saw a lot of people searching Bitcoin dead. That is when the market was crashing there as well. So whenever we see a lot of fear in the market, whenever we see prices dropping significantly, people are searching Bitcoin dead. And historically, this has been a pretty good sign as to max fear in the market. It's probably a good buying opportunity. I want to quickly interrupt today's video to bring you a word from our channel partner, Cacti Club. Cacti Club is an NFT project which was created by Ultra 99 Studios and is focused solely on community and environmental charity. There are 6,160 unique club members, unique NFTs. They'll be minted on June 26, 2022. And their whole goal is to help save the world one step at a time through their charity and partnership with One Tree Planted. Cacti Club has this partnership with One Tree Planted, which focuses on forest restoration and creating habitats for biodiversity. Cacti Club will make ETH donations, and they'll also donate 5% of all their earnings in perpetuity to One Tree Planted. The charity is very simple. $1 equals one tree, and they have a goal of planting 1 million trees. In addition to the environmental aspect of Cacti Club, they'll be hosting a Tesla Model 3 giveaway at Project Sellout. All holders will receive the 4th Cacti Club member via an airdrop and phase 2. And they also have more coming out in terms of merch drops and community donations. This project is definitely worth checking out, in my opinion. I really like the partnership they have with One Tree Planted. So use the link in the description, check it out, and get involved in their public mint if it's interesting to you. Also, don't forget they have a Discord that is growing very rapidly. So make sure to join their Discord if you want to stay up to date on what is going on with the project. Anyways, let's get back to the program. You know, we can see prices drop further. There's no way around that. That is definitely a possibility. But if we're looking at all the data is pointing to the fact that Bitcoin has probably bottomed out And if it hasn't, it is very, very close to. So I've just been continuing to accumulate this entire time. Last couple things I want to talk about in today's video, we're going to keep it quick, is a couple of stories going on with institutions. First, which is from Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs has announced, according to new reports and a couple of sources, that they are seeking $2 billion in commitments from investors to buy Celsius if it is to go bankrupt. So they said that they are talking to a number of different Web3 crypto funds, a couple of VCs, and just people in the crypto space in general that would be interested in investing. And this is pretty exciting because what we're seeing is that Goldman Sachs, one of the largest financial institutions in the world, sees a lot of value in what Celsius is doing. They are a crypto lending platform that $8 billion lent out, $12 billion in assets under management, and they recently had paused all withdrawals and frozen all withdrawals from their platform. So there's been a lot of fear and a lot of people scared of what's going on with Celsius. But the good news here is that if everything goes wrong, worst case scenario, it looks like Goldman Sachs is going to swoop in and acquire them if they were to go bankrupt. So that is showing us that there is a lot of value in the space, and the big money players are now taking their opportunities to actually buy up companies at steep discounts to what they would have had to just a couple months ago. Two last things is going to be that we're seeing, in addition to Celsius having issues, we're seeing that FTX is announced that they are potentially going to be buying a stake in BlockFi. So recently, FTX had issued a $250 million line of credit to BlockFi after BlockFi was experiencing issues. And FTX is in a great place financially. They're continuing to hire new people despite what's going on in the market. They have a lot of cash on the side, and we're seeing that FTX has been in talks to potentially acquire a stake in BlockFi. And what we're seeing now is that we're seeing the players in the crypto space that are financially secure, the ones that are really setting themselves up the best, are those that are buying and making acquisitions and looking for things at discounts right now. And the companies that were a little bit weaker, they're getting weeded out. This is what always happens in the bear market. We see companies with strong balance sheets, companies that are continuing to grow in terms of users. These are the ones that are separating themselves from struggling companies during bear markets. Bear markets are the time you really see the difference between a good company and just an average company in the crypto space. So let me know your thoughts on the overall crypto market. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. See ya.